So we're going to steam the potatoes today. We're not going to boil them. We never boil them. We'll talk more about that later. And I have in the steamer pot here, so I have a lid, I have a steamer basket, you can see here that goes on there. And I'm just going to preheat that water by bringing it to a boil. I have about 2 or 3 inches of water in there. All right, let's grab a potato. I mean, this is not rocket science, right? We're just going to dice them 1/2 inch. So I got my steamer basket there. And what I want you to do is make 1/2 inch strips. So you look at the size of your potato. Well, this one here, I can probably cut it twice and have three slices, okay, like so. And then what I want you to do is just turn it and make 1/2 inch cuts. When you get to the thicker part of the potato, you're going to see that that's more of a rectangle. That's not a dice, but that doesn't matter. Here's where I'm going to save you a bit of time. 1/2 inch dice, it doesn't matter if this thing was 3 or 4 inches long. As long as it's a 1/2 inch all the way around in a steamer basket, it's going to get cooked. Okay, you don't have to worry about the heat penetrating it this way. It's going to be all the way around. It's going to be fine. So don't panic about stuff like that. It doesn't have to be completely square. Just have 1/2 inch slices and then go through and make 1/2 inch cuts the other way. All right. And that's what we have there. And we'll just put those in the steamer basket. Now we are steaming our potatoes. Okay. Now I know it's not your fault. I get that. Whoever taught you how to cook, I don't know if it's your mom, your grandma, your uncle, your aunt, whoever, your sister, your brother, they told you to boil potatoes. I never want you to boil another potato again for the rest of your life. I really don't. You're going to steam them instead. Even a potato salad, don't boil your potatoes. Here's why. I'll talk to you about this as we're cutting our potatoes. You know, you would steam broccoli, you would steam asparagus, and broccoli and asparagus, why would we steam those? Tell me that. Why don't we boil broccoli? Why don't we boil asparagus? Somebody unmute and tell me why. Why don't we do that?
You're losing all the nutrients and the color.
Thank you. Thank you. And the other thing that you're doing is those vegetables are becoming saturated with a flavorless liquid called water, right? It doesn't have any flavor. It's going to bland out your vegetables. That's not very good. So what do you think has more flavor? Broccoli or a potato? What has more flavor?
Broccoli.
Thank you. Broccoli has more flavor. And asparagus has more flavor than this poor little bland potato. So what are you going to do? You're going to coddle the broccoli and asparagus and steam it, and you're going to boil the heck out of the poor little bland potato? That doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't when you look at things logically. So we need to look at things that way. In cooking, we're going to, coddle the asparagus and the broccoli. And when this thing has less flavor, we're going to boil the heck out of it in a bland liquid. It just has never made any sense to me. So I just changed the way I do things. And right away, the very first step in your mashed potatoes or potato salad is that it's going to have more flavor, because the potatoes are not going to be saturated with a flavorless, colorless liquid called water, right? They're going to be above the water instead. And they're going to cook. As a matter of fact, they're going to cook faster because we are steaming them and we are dicing them 1/2 inch. So it's going to take only 20 minutes to have them completely tender all the way through, right? When you put these potatoes, even you cut them in big chunks when you're boiling them, you would never cut them to a 1/2 inch, would you? No, you'd have big chunks, maybe like thirds or something. But by the time the center of that potato chunk, let's say 1/3 of a potato, cooked all the way through, the outer part, man, is going to be literally just saturated with water. It doesn't make any sense. And then here's the kicker. When you're going to make your mashed potatoes and you're pouring milk or cream or butter or whatever you're going to put in your mashed potatoes, the potatoes are going to say to you, man, I'm saturated enough. They're going to want any more. You're going to see that it's going to become too liquidy. So you stop putting in those flavorful ingredients because they're already saturated with a flavorless liquid. So it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. Steam first. They're going to be dry. They're going to make little sponges, and they want to soak up everything, every kind of flavor you want to give those potatoes. So let's do that instead, shall we?